Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today we have to talk about pre-construction real estate. I'm going to talk about Dominican Republic, the Punta Cana area, and all the reasons why there's over 30 SSN Nation members who are going to be winning. And I'm going to give you some updates and stats because if you know there's going to be 7 million visitors during a pandemic year, heaven only knows what's going to happen when there's no pandemic and no wars going on and travel is running amok. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. Right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and once again, please share the videos because you never know who you're going to help. And if you would like to support the channel financially further other than being a subscriber, please hit this join button over here on the right hand side. There's members of the channel, and as a member under the community tab, you receive special messages specifically for you during the month. You also are going to be on live streams. On the Wednesday night live stream, you can join me because it's members only that can be in the chat room, but every live stream members can join me on a live stream and discuss anything they want to. That's some of the perks. So let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen, because 2 years ago, I'm one of the few that were talking about it here on YouTube, investing in pre-construction properties in the Dominican Republic, and some people thought I may have lost my mind. I was giving you plenty of reasons even then why it was a good idea, simply because at the time they did have the record for the most amount of tourist visitors during the course of a year. It was Dominican Republic of all places. But that's not just good enough, ladies and gentlemen, because they didn't have the infrastructure then. But they were starting to talk about the infrastructure. So that is one of the things that we had to talk about and discuss today, is because now 2 years later, you guys know I've brought you along and I've actually showed you where the downtown project and what they were doing on the plan of 6 years. We're in the second year of a 6-year plan. So now there's even more infrastructure that's come about. There's billions of dollars that's being poured into the eastern part of the island known as Punta Cana, Cap Cana, Bahibe. Las Terranas even is in this now. Samana. Okay, so there's places around the whole island that is improving because of the infrastructure, but Punta Cana is specifically being designed for a worldwide tourist destination being built right before your very eyes. So I'm very excited to bring this to you today because look here, cruises give great boost to tourism in Puerto Plata, but guess what? They're planning on building another cruise port. They already have 5 cruise ports coming. 4 are already there. Another one's being built, and now they're even going to do another one on the west side. That in itself brings thousands, if not millions of more people per year around the island. There's more to the story regarding Punta Cana though, and that is this here, ladies and gentlemen. Asenojores projects a record of 7 million tourists this year in 2022. Remember in 2020, ladies and gentlemen, 2 years ago, like I said, people were saying, wait a minute, this guy's kind of crazy. There's nothing happening there. Yeah, it's cool to go visit just like other Caribbean islands. But is it cool to invest? You have it's deeded properties, ladies and gentlemen. That's why it's cool to invest. They don't have any restrictions. You can be almost anywhere and invest, and it's deeded to you. That is major. If you want something on the beach, you can have it on the beach. If you want something inland, you can have it inland. It doesn't matter. No restrictions for tourists or anyone to invest. Now, let's move into the 7 million tourists is what they're projecting. There's a reason why they're projecting that. And I'm going to actually show you. I hope I have this on the screen because it was a total shock, ladies and gentlemen. June of 2022, how many guests do you think the island received? If you know the record is around 6.56 million people is the record annually for the history of Dominican Republic. That roughly is around 500 to 550,000 people per month. But in the month of June, of all months, breaks a record 644,000 tourists. If they keep this number up for 6 more months, they would be in around 4 million territory. And the previous month, they already have 3 million people that have arrived, even during a pandemic. That should tell you everything you need to know. That tells you you are in the right place, and that also tells you if you want to invest in real estate and there's going to be an upside, look no further. I will suggest you invest in and around the Punta Cana area. And I also would suggest you can invest in other areas around the island of the Dominican Republic as well. But those other locations, most of them are already built somewhat of an infrastructure. There's also a new infrastructure being built like around Bahia and also at Samana. Remember, there's airports at these locations. La Romana airport's over there in by Bahia. There's the Samana airport. International airports, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. They have like 5 international airports on the island. So they have a way to grow and make it go boom all over the island. So it's just not limited. You have choices. If you don't like the Punta Cana area, then you might like the Santo Domingo area. You don't like that area, maybe you like the Puerto Plata area. Maybe you like the Cabarete area. Maybe you like the Sosua area. Maybe you like any other area you pick. Maybe you like the West Coast. But all I'm saying is they have the infrastructure to have the tourists coming in. And let's just face facts. Where are all these hundreds of thousands of people going to stay? Now, there's something else to these numbers, because even though there's 644,000 plus visitors, nearly 645,000 came in the month of June, there's a little unknown fact that a lot of people don't talk about. If that's the total island, but how many are actually coming to certain areas of the island, like Sosua, like the Santo Domingo, like Samana? Samana is literally something like 20,000. That's it, 20, 30,000. But here's the kicker, ladies and gentlemen, and why you get to win here in the SSN Nation. 60% of the tourists that go to the Dominican Republic come through, guess where? Punta Cana Airport. So when you start doing these numbers, that means 300,000 people in the month of June, somewhere between 300,000 and 360,000 came through the Punta Cana Airport. Guess what? They don't have hundreds of thousands of units available to rent in that area. That's why there's a building boom over there. And that's why that's where you need to be. Because when it comes to anything that you're selling, you need high demand. And if you know you're going to get high demand, that makes it easier for you to be able to rent. These properties are already saying you are Airbnb, VRBO, any other rental type, Vacasa. It doesn't matter. You are allowed to rent. That is major, ladies and gentlemen. Now, some of you may be saying, hey, Eric, how much are these properties? Well, if you knew you can get a 3-bedroom with a terrace up top at Christopher, for instance, for $86,000, $95,000 still, even after 2 years, Christopher's not a project that I would recommend, only because it's designed for residential. They don't have all the amenities, but it still works because it's up the street from the zip line park, up the street from the ATV park, and the Adventures and Excursions location is less than a mile away. So even though it's in a trying to be in a residential, they are doing what we call gentrification. There's about 3-4 other projects that are there being built in that section of town. Okay, just to give you guys an idea. So even though the price is lower, it may be worth it to some people, because remember, investing is all relative to what you're going to be doing. Not everybody's doing the same thing when you say, hey, I'm going to rent it out. Some people go, I'm renting month to month. Some people say I'm renting every 2 months. Some people say I'm renting week to week. Some people say, hell, I'll rent days. It doesn't matter to me. So therefore, it's up to you how you're going to do this. But all I'm saying is, you have to look at this. So I'm going to show you real quick. This is going to be short and sweet, because before I forget about this, let me go to Kathmandu Park. If you're not familiar with Kathmandu Park, look at what's happening here, ladies and gentlemen. Falcons Group out of Orlando. They've done projects in Orlando. And the Malia Group, which is a hotel hospitality business. They actually have, Malia is an all-inclusive resort in Punta Cana area, literally about 2 miles from downtown. That's approximately, they're joining forces, so that's approximately where the Kathmandu Park is going to be. That is for men, women, children. You're having a family atmosphere here. Not only that, they're having other things downtown, because again, search the channel, look for the Punta Cana downtown video, and you will see also what's coming in the next 4 years, 5 years. It's already planned out. We have shopping centers, we have convention centers coming down here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, this is the stuff that is going on while you're sleeping and not thinking, hey, is there an investment I can make? And by the way, you can still get into some of these investments with no credit check, no qualifying. At the end, though, you're only paying a down payment for maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. But in the end, unless you pay full cash, you'll have to qualify for a loan. But who knows the landscape 2 or 3 years from now, quite frankly, right? But that's what you have to prepare for. Now, it helps when the property value went up and your loan to value is way low. It's not going to be 60%, maybe it's 40 or 30%. Your loan options will open up with a low loan to value. And how does it decrease? It's because the value of the property. You might owe 60% after you made your monthly payments. But let's just use an example. 60%, and I bought the property for $100,000. That means I owe $60,000 after I made my monthly payments. But let's say the property went from 100 to 120,000 is the actual value after it's built. Now 60,000 is 50% loan to value. So now you're entering into a territory where your credit and what you need to qualify to get that loan is going to be reduced. You may not need a 740. Maybe they'll say you need a 680. And then what if it went up to 150, where now you're talking about a 40% LTV? Now all of a sudden they're like, okay, it doesn't really matter, because if you default, we get a property that's worth 150. So it starts in that realm, and that's why you have to get in earlier than later. So here we are with Kathmandu. I'm going to run a video on this, by the way. All right, so you can see coming soon from Falcons Beyond. And it's supposed to be in 2022, but clearly they broke ground in 2022 because of the pandemic. So this will probably be built in 2023 or 2024, I would imagine. We'll figure, I don't know when that is. But all I'm trying to say is, check this out. I'm going to run a video right now.
Rising up from the shores of the Caribbean emerges a destination unlike any other. Set to open in spring of 2021, Kathmandu Punta Cana will simply be the most fun imaginable. Here, visitors will discover an entertainment, dining and shopping destination erupting with vibrant colors, lively music and incredible diversions. From the second you step inside Kathmandu Punta Cana, you'll know you've discovered an amazing place filled with wonder, myth and adventure. In the Mythica quest, you'll wander through unexpected worlds filled bottom to top with a myriad of wondrous and unexpected experiences. climb aboard Odyssey to Catopia, the world's first suspended theatre attraction, where you'll take a thrilling voyage to an underwater metropolis in peril. Then, in Legend of the Desiderata, embark on a remarkable journey through time in our state-of-the-art 4D dark ride attraction. A collection of additional world-class attractions steeped in magnificently original Kathmandu stories await. You'll also experience themed dining, a host of nighttime entertainment spots, and shopping options to complete a full day of wonder, thrills, and unforgettable memories. Kathmandu Punta Cana will welcome visitors from all over the world to explore an unbelievable entertainment spectacle where the party never stops.
All right, hopefully you like that Kathmandu video, and if you don't see the video, that means I got a copyright strike and I would have had to erase it. All right, just keep that in mind. Now, I want to show you the last thing, because some of you may be saying, hey, is this stuff too expensive? Well, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This right here is actually taken from this page here. I believe it was. I thought it was, but maybe not. But I thought it was on this page where they were showing the actual. But while I'm actually showing this by mistake, look at this. Spanish airline will offer 3 weekly flights to Madrid. So you see the infrastructure between Europe and Dominican Republic. You have people flying all this way from Europe and back over to Europe to hang out in the Dominican Republic. Why is that, ladies and gentlemen? Because most islands in the Caribbean, they aren't built to European or USA standards. The infrastructure is not built that way. Well, they're specifically trying to build their infrastructure that way in the Dominican Republic, and people speak a myriad of languages. It's not just Spanish, right? It could be German, it could be Russian, it could be any language, because people from all over the world come here. So therefore, all over the world has businesses there as well. So you have to keep that in mind. Now, I'm going to show you this property once again. $104,000 villa downtown. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. There's still opportunities that knock now. This is catered toward residential. Let's call it what it is. This is renderings, by the way. This isn't what it actually is. It's not built yet. This is pre-construction, but this is an actual villa, 85 square meters, 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 2 parking. You know the buildings are only going to be about 5 to 10 feet apart. But look at this. They still are going to have a playground area, a laundry area, which means that indicates to me no laundries in the house. Social area, that means maybe barbecue, picnic. Balcony, dining room, electricity 24 hours. I don't know what that means, but there should be electricity 24 hours. Community jacuzzi, community swimming pool, gated community with 24-hour security. In Punta Cana, ladies and gentlemen, $104,000. There are deals still available. Now, this is more residential. As you see, there's only a limited amount of amenities, as they call commodities here. Now, I'm going to show you something a little higher, just in case people are interested. But look, 160 square meters. Okay, 85 square meters is around 900 square feet. 160 square meters is around 1,700 square feet. So that's a pretty big villa. And those are running at $240,000. So to give you an illustration, if you would have been around 2 years ago and wanted a villa about 160 square meters, you would be able to have gotten one for around $150,000. So in 2 years, this is what's happened. Because of inflation, because of material costs more, they've come out and now they have to raise the price. But now look at the price. By the time they finish this, it's going to be double. All right, now this is a 3 bedroom, 2 bath. Normally that's going to sleep 6 plus a sofa sleeper. That's 8. You're knocking on the door for where you need to be. But again, if you can sleep 9 or more, that's where you want to be. Now, a 4 bedroom would be better. A 3 bedroom with 3.5 bathrooms would be better as well, because that half bath would be in the living room, because somebody's going to be doing a sofa sleeper. That's a sleeping area, so you would want to at least have a toilet and a sink where somebody can come in and use it, versus having to go into one of the bedrooms. or going to the hallway like this right here. There's going to be one bathroom in the master, and then there's going to be one in the hallway, but yet you're going to have 2 more bedrooms that have no bathroom. And if you rent this out, then you'll have a sofa sleeper with no bathroom. So you're going to have 3 sleeping areas with only 1 bath. That's not conducive to a good rental experience, even though people will still rent it and deal with it. But if you want optimal stuff, people who go on vacation a lot, they look for things such as, okay, we're bringing 6 people with us. I don't want people coming in my bedroom while I'm sleeping to use the bathroom in the middle of the night or early morning. So how many bathrooms are there? Then when they find out there's only 2, now all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, I don't think I want to do that. But then if they find out there's 3.5, now they're like, oh, everybody's got their own bathroom. That's exactly what I want. That's how you do this, ladies and gentlemen. All right? And that's pretty much it. I don't have much else to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, other than this record here in the month of June is significant, because high season is traditionally, you know, Christmas, New Year's, and then it goes January through April. That's generally the high season. What's remarkable is this is June, July, and August. It's a lot of humidity. Therefore, people don't go to the islands that much, at least they didn't used to. But now look at this. If this is a new trend, this starts to be like Orlando, meaning people are still going to come because of the infrastructure. When you have everything going on there and families want to go someplace and it's not that expensive to fly over there, the airlines have increased their activity coming to the island. Punta Cana Airport, they're expanding for another runway because of this record tourists coming in, and airlines around the world want some of this money to get there. So it's happening, ladies and gentlemen. Don't continue to sleep. And that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. And that's why I'm very, very proud to always be on the forefront for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. So all I'm saying is, you may be thinking some of this stuff is not major, but in the overall scheme of things, it starts out small and then it ends up being big. And there's nothing wrong with starting out small. You just have to see the vision and what's happening. And when somebody else is putting in billions of dollars to build an infrastructure, you might want to consider joining in the fun with them. They're not doing it just for the hell of it. And these things are getting done and they're being built. And this isn't the only thing. Let me talk about this before we wrap up. There's a PGA Tour event in the Dominican Republic. Cirque du Soleil travels around the Dominican Republic. Just to give you an idea of what's going on. You don't build convention centers in places that nobody goes, in places that businesses wouldn't want to come to and hold their events there, where people will not want to go to. You're not going to build these type of structures. You're not going to build sporting venues. You're not going to build amusement parks. Kathmandu is not the only one. They built another one called Wonderland, 1 mile from downtown. All right. In fact, you can walk to it from downtown. It's not a Kathmandu type, but still there's another venue, another event. All right. Boats, yachts, upscale, low scale, whichever way you want to go. That's why this caters to not the rich and wealthy. It caters to everybody's pocketbook. That's why this is going to have record tourist. If it happens this year, it's definitely going to happen next year. And they're going to continue to break records as they move forward and as they build everything out. Remember, Kathmandu is probably going to be built another year from now. Once that's built, how many additional tourists are going to be coming in? Once they add that extra runway and more airlines can come there, that's going to up the amount of people coming again. So if you have any questions, you can always send me an email at eric@stopstrugglingnow.com. I'll send you back a message. If you need a realtors or if you need an attorney to get into, go check out our videos with Johan Confidante. He's on our live stream where people are asking questions. So he also started his YouTube channel finally and talks about what you need to do in the Dominican Republic. So check him out, and don't forget to let him know that SSN Nation sent you, Stop Struggling Now sent you whenever you talk to him, because then you'll at least get a discount and not have to pay the normal lawyer fees. So think about all that, ladies and gentlemen. So again, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.